first of all, I want to start off by saying thank you. I have been overwhelmingly, hi Angie. I have been, hello Marcy. I have been overwhelmingly blessed the last few days with the amount of inquiries that I've had in regards to the National Home Buyers Fund. Hello, I'm doing good, Diana. How are you? Hello, Cakes. I have been overwhelmingly inundated with questions, comments, queries. More people asking who, what, when, where, why, and wanting to know more. Hi, Diana. You're fine. Okay, I'm sorry. Squirrel moment. Wanting to know more information about the program. Okay, and I've also had people who were a little confused in regards to this program and the NACA program and trying to figure out what's best. Can we do one? Can we not do the other? So stuff like that. So let's just get into it. The NACA program, Tamara is saying, I'm a beginning real estate investor, and I have been trying to figure it out, and you're overwhelmed. Okay, so here's the thing, Tamara. We can take it's like a pizza. You only take one bite at a time. So tell me what type. I'm sorry, from out of the frame. I'm handing my husband some things. So tell me what type of investing are you wanting to do? Like what's your goal? I mean, I know your goal is to make money, but so what are you wanting to do? Purchase, residential property? Are you wanting to purchase commercial property? Are you wanting to establish affordable housing? Like, are you trying to flip homes? What exactly are you trying to do? And in fact, Tamara, let's go ahead and be great. How about this? You're probably on your phone watching me on live, but what I want you to do is I want you to disconnect from the live if you're on your phone, and I want you to call me. This is my number. Let's talk about it. Okay? Because more than likely, you're going to have a question that someone else is going to have. So this is me setting up my phone. So call me. How about that? Call me and let's talk about it. Okay? And if you have a particular question, how about that? How about you call me and we'll talk about it. So go ahead and call me and let's just fire away. Yeah, now. She's like, no, yeah, no. Go ahead and call me now. I'll put you on speaker, so don't give me too much of your personal information, and ask away. Okay? So go ahead and call me, and hopefully, the things that we'll talk about will hopefully clear up some mysteries for someone else. So Ivory says, LLC, sole proprietor, credit, business accounts, etc. So, do you want to talk about all that? I mean, you could always call me, Ivory. We could talk about all that. So, first of all, let me make sure my Do Not Disturb is on. It's 8 o'clock, so. Oh, what she want to do? I don't know. She's going to call. Put the number back up, husband, to make sure that in case you didn't get a chance to write it down. But you can call me. And the thing about it is, maybe we have some other real estate investors here in the audience that can possibly help usher you along the way. You just wanted to show your husband face. Huh. What, this? Actually, he's here all the time. If you guys hadn't seen him in the last few days, it's because he's been working. So, I think that's her. Hello, this is Latasha McDowell.
Hi, this is Tamara.
Hey, Tamara, you're on speaker.
Hi,
everyone. Oh, you were just kidding? Okay. No, I'm just kidding. So, what's your inquiry? How may I be of service?
So, for example, my father, I took one of those master classes, it was kind of like a short little, it was a small class where it kind of just gave you the basics.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave me kind of a couple of different applications that I can use in order for me to be able to kind of start, right? And then my father, he's been doing real estate for a long time, but bless his heart, he's getting older.
Mm-hmm.
And so his eyesight is going, and he's kind of just thrown it in my lap.
Okay.
And it's definitely my passion. It's definitely something that I believe that I would be good at. It's just, I don't know my head from my rear end, for better lack of words. He gave me a kind of like an application for me to kind of like just look at it and just go through the motions. But I'm just really lost. Like, I don't know where to start. So,
okay, so let's back up a little bit because I have a few questions to kind of catch up with you. Okay.
Okay.
So when you said that he gave you an application, you mean like a renter's application, or what type? Does he own?
No, so he
residential
gave
property?
he gave me an app that he wants me to go on and utilize, like an actual computer application
Okay.
that he wants me to go on and utilize. And I guess I don't know. I guess it's a program with somebody that he wants me to do business with. But I mean, I don't know. I just kind of feel like.
Okay, so you do sound like you're overwhelmed. Trust me, I live in that neighborhood every day. So let's
Yes.
let's see if we can unpack this for you. Okay, so yes, we need to nam nam renge kyo.
Definitely.
Nam nam renge kyo. Okay, so this is the comedy section of this. Okay,
I see.
so how can you buy? Wait, hold on. How can you buy a mansion with no money down? When you find out, let me know. I got some question. So okay, so your dad owns a couple of properties. Is that what it is?
He did. I think he had made some bad investments at one point, and what happened was that during the process, he had like issues with people actually paying the rent once he had the properties in hand, and so for some reason or another, he ended up losing some properties, and I think he just made some bad business decisions, and so that's where we are right now.
So what are you trying to do? Like, what are you trying to do with the business? Are you trying to purchase more residential properties and possibly, rent them out? Are you trying to purchase property to flip it? What is your end
goal? My biggest goal, I think, is to maybe do some flips. I'm not really interested in doing rentals.
Okay.
I just feel like with rentals, it's a lot more for me to handle at this point. Maybe later on down the line, once I expand and I get to where I want to get. But I want to be able to do one thing at a time. I want to try to do something that's the most simplest, and then I can just like work my way up, I guess. But I feel like rental properties, they require a lot of attention as far as like maintenance and just dealing with the actual tenants and stuff like that.
Well, the thing about residential properties and real estate, if you are owning residential properties and you're renting them out, there's something wonderful that's called a property manager. Right?
Okay.
The property
True.
manager, they're the ones who's going to pretty much take care of everything for you, and they're going to take away that stress. And they're also going to be able to provide you with comprehensive reports on where your money is going, where it's coming from, and let you know what revenue you're making, and they'll be able to give you the pulse of the market and things of that nature. So once from that aspect, it kind of like runs itself, really, because then you're turning it over. So you would hire a property manager to do that. And the thing, if you look at it from the aspect of for me, and probably most realtors, we look at it as how many doors do we own, and which means how many doors can bring us profit.
Okay.
So if you just think about think about a hotel, right? A hotel with 300 rooms at $100 a night. How many doors is that? You know what I mean? So from that aspect. So now, as far as finding real estate and flipping real estate, that will come along with having, I would suggest getting a mentor, right? If your dad's not there to teach you the rope, or because you're going to need to have someone who's going to be able to tell you the real estate aspect of it, as well as you're going to need to understand the financial aspect of it, as when coming into getting contractors, how much things are going to cost, and things like that. Which it can be very overwhelming, right? But when you're doing something like flips, you can always hire a project manager, someone to help you. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Because I'm reading comments as well, so I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I figured that.
So, what I'm saying in a nutshell is, whatever you want to do, first figure out what you want to do, right? Figure out what you want to do and what's not going to cause you to expel the most energy or the most money. Okay?
Okay.
And research. Now, there's a lot out there. But first, figure out what you want to do. Do you want to be able to go in, purchase some property, fix it up a little bit, rent it out, and have that residual income coming in? Or do you want to go in, purchase a whole property, manage a product with flips, and then you got to have contractors and all this other kind of, it's like a box of tissue. You keep pulling tissue because you don't know if you purchased this home. Is it going to have, bad bones? Is it going to have some kind of plumbing issue and things of that nature? So you have to think about what do you want to do. And Ivory's also pointing out, what are you good at? You know, you don't have to be the jack of all trades. Just figure out what about this is your passion. What about this is your particular niche, and how you want to push that forward, right? So, if you say immediately, oh, I don't want to do rentals. Okay, that's his question. I don't want to do rentals. Okay, why don't you want to do rentals? You say because you didn't basically want to deal with micromanaging people. I just gave you a solution where you don't have to micromanage people, right?
Absolutely. That's definitely a good option.
And then what Ivory is pointing out, it's like Ivory is the silent co-host on the show. Is what Ivory is pointing out, how committed are you to the process? And basically, how committed are you to real estate? Are you doing, now this is
Oh, I'm 100% committed. I'm ready. So
it's something that is your passion. When I mean by how committed when I'm saying like you're passionate about it, is it something that you're doing because you really want to do it, or is it something you're doing because you want to follow in your daddy's footsteps and make daddy proud of his little girl? So
no, I want to. I definitely want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but remember, no matter what flip of the coin you decide to go with, remember, you can only eat a piece of ticket one bite at a time.
Okay.
One bite at a time. So, also, from the business aspect of it and running a successful business, I would suggest that you get a different type of mentor for that. And I would strongly recommend, SBA has a program that's called the SCORE program. This is for everybody. This is the part that you write stuff down. SCORE.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I was definitely about to do.
SCORE program. What the SCORE program is through the SBA. You would go to their website. You could just, my husband's talking about I got ash on my elbow. With the SCORE program, what you would do is you would go to the SBA website, you would put it in the little search menu, and you can sign up. Thank you, Ivory. And you can sign up for the SCORE program, and it will have a mentor who is a captain of the industry and what you're particularly interested in. They will reach out to you and they will work with you. I am currently in the SCORE program. I'm not a mentor of the SCORE program. I'm currently receiving coaching from the SCORE program, because there are things in areas that I want to refine that, okay, for me, it's, dealing with the web-based application and a lot of things with my website. Because for me, I'm one of those people. Why I'm going to pay you to do it if I can learn how to do it myself? But that's just me. But that's just me. So, or at least I'm not paying you, but I at least want to be able to hold an intelligent conversation in regards to it when we are discussing it and we're talking about, our key performance, things like that. So I want to be able to speak intelligently of the subject matter and understand what you're telling me when we're talking about it. So that's me. But the SCORE program is exceptional. They do have mentors who can help you, who will call you. You'll have either telephone conversations or Zooms. They are very very user friendly. And after you talk with them and they give you your homework assignments, they'll type it up, do a recap, send it to you so you can stay on track. So, and it's a free resource.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing.
So, hopefully that little information helped a little bit.
It did. It did a lot.
Okay. Well, I want to say this. Thank you for your support.
Oh, yes, you are amazing. You are definitely amazing. So.
I appreciate you.
You are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you for taking time to speak with me today, too.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. And you have a good evening, and thank you.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
Yes. That's too funny. I ever type free F period R period E. That's funny. But yes, the SCORE program is an amazing program for budding entrepreneurs, or if you already have your business and you feel like, okay, I need to talk to someone in marketing. That mentor address is SCORE with the Small Business Administration. You'll go to sba.gov and their little spyglass finder circular area. What do they call it? Search bar. You'll put in SCORE, SCORE, and it's a free program that you can sign up, and they will assign a mentor to you. Just make sure after you sign up, pay attention to your emails, because I almost missed my emails. So, but hopefully, anything. They have marketers, attorneys, anything, especially if you have we'll use me for an example, especially if you have a business, right? Let's say you do drop shipping. How do you advertise your merchandise, and how do you stand out? They can help you with that. If a lot of women like to sell clothing, they'll teach you how to get that started. As far as, okay, I want to sell dresses to women. Well, they're going to ask you, okay, you want to sell dresses to women, or what size, what age, and they'll help you narrow it down to help you get to where you need to be. Okay, but I highly recommend the program. I am currently in the program, so I'm not. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to tell you something that I don't do myself or have not done. But check it out. Follow back up with me. Let me know, if you found it helpful or not. And as always, let me know. Keep us informed of what you have going on. Okay. Does anyone have any other questions, or anyone wants to call in and ask their question and be heard and come from behind the keyboard? Anyone? So, in the meantime, let's talk about. Sorry, y'all, my back hurt. Sorry, I'm in pain. So, in the meantime, let's talk about these calls that I've gotten today and the inquiries I've received. One, if you've called me and you've left me a voicemail or a text message or email or a message through WhatsApp or Facebook, on Instagram, or on TikTok, or on YouTube, I am trying my very best to answer as many questions as possible. There are a lot of questions that were repeat questions, so if you could take the time out to scroll to see what the previous questions were, you may find your answer there. So I'm sincerely not sitting there picking and choosing. I'm trying to answer the unique questions that no one had asked before, to give you the answers that you need. But some of you guys have very specific questions that has caused me to do research, which has been very exhilarating for me. I love to learn. So let's talk about. Maybe I can make a pamphlet.
The frequently asked questions.
Ooh, of FAQs. Look at you. Did you know that you can type and that you're at all these lives and that you can make a pamphlet?
Ooh, look at you.
We're a happily married couple. So a lot of people are getting confused in between the NACA program And what I said about the Bank of America, one of their programs they had, so that's kind of similar, and the National Homeowners Fund. So let's dice up those three things, okay? So we're going to start off with the National Homeowners Fund since that, and I have another jewel to drop, another jewel,
Drool.
jewel. That
Somebody's
I'll be
calling.
dropping.
Somebody's calling.
Oh, okay.
Joel.
Hello, you're live with Latasha McDowell.
Hey, Latasha, how you doing? It's Al Jimenez again, Ivory.
Hey, Ivory, turn your turn your phone down in the background.
I'm sorry. Hold on. You hear me clearly now?
I do. We can hear you now.
Okay. There was a delay anyway when you see it. All right, so for the young lady that called earlier, right, when you have no experience, to get the experience with little liability and exposure, I would say to start, it's a process, start flipping contracts, right? Which means you obtain a property for a lower price, right? Usually distressed, but you know the market's going to pick up. Usually by going to community, I don't know, over here, whatever the community affairs thing is, they have the things, oh, this is going to change, they're going to reroute traffic, there's going to be a boom here. And you look in those neighborhoods and get the ugliest house in the best neighborhood and get it for that price. Get them under contract and get someone else to buy it. So you have to have, I don't know what it costs there, but it costs you about $5,000 to get involved. So you put a $5,000 down payment on a contract for a house that if it was fixed and you don't want to go the distance on fixing it, right? Like let's say the house is worth $150,000, you're gonna put $5,000 because right now in this distressed mode, it's worth about $50,000. You could take that house, put it on the market, and maybe flip it for $70,000. You made yourself $20,000 minus the initial $5,000, or you break it even with whoever's buying it from you.
So pretty much like wholesaling.
Pretty much like wholesaling, but this one's on the ground, right? You don't have to figure out any software programs. It's more belly to belly, nose to nose, and you make your moves, right? Once you set up with, I would recommend getting 2 and 3 buyers after you get your feet wet. It gets you networking, gets you knowing. So, you start baby steps first, minimal exposure, minimal loss, and you learn the process. You learn how to deal with lawyers. You learn how to deal with people, how to network, this, that, and other. It's a process. It's not an overnight. It's like we were talking on the show earlier on the thing on Facebook. You don't want to jump in head first and be buried in for $500,000, and now you don't know what to do. You rather lose the $5,000, right?
Right.
So
we have a lot of well, when I had some investment property recently for sale, I encountered that situation. The issue for me, one, you wasn't upfront with me. We all know that was a major issue. But the way that that made the contract uncomfortable for the seller was they wanted to have unlimited access to the domain. And of course, you would need that in order to be successful. Hi, Rosalind. To be successful. So that may be a hurdle as well. Because in order for it to get someone to, you typically buy the property. Well, nowadays people are buying property sight unseen, but usually people want to see the property, right? So that was a hurdle. And the seller wasn't really jiving for that. And because now because of social media, people know pretty much what everyone is up to when we're in the seller's market. So they're like, okay, if you're going to purchase my property and upsell it, I could just upsell it myself. That's what we've been encountering here on the ground. But I'm going to segue into another little thing.
Well, what I say when you got to compete with somebody who thinks they can upsell, you tell them, okay, let's see. And then when they fall on their face, you come back and you offer them the same deal, maybe less.
Right. And I mean that's what they tried to do. They weren't successful because of course I was the realtor.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everybody thinks they're a realtor overnight.
Right.
They don't want to say the expertise of the person. The person knows more about the community, what's going on, what's coming in, what's going out. Everybody watches something and thinks they oh, I know I could do this.
Right.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I could build a staircase too. But, so that was just a homage to my loving wife, who's still rest in peace. The staircase that never happened. But anyway, let me get off the phone. I just want to say that. All right.
Okay. Now you know you're gonna be calling back, but okay.
All right, bye.
So, can you guys do me a favor? Can you tap on the screen for me? If you can tap, 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 tap on the screen. That will be. What are you tapping on the screen? Are you tapping? The tapping on the screen, it adds up the amount of likes, which means that the feed will go out to more people. So the more likes it gets, the more wide of an audience. So therefore, I won't get a whole bunch of messages like I got today about last night. Oh, you went live? Well, I told you I was going live at 8:30.
Oh, so I need to tap.
So, yeah. So if you can tap. Hey, Bori.
No, I didn't.
I see Bori and Creative Hope made it.
Bori.
I see Bori and Creative Hope made it. My husband is sitting there. He's like just tapping, tapping, tapping. My husband is sitting there. He's can you turn the volume down?
Oh.
Y'all see what I'm married to? Can y'all feel sorry? He mine. Yeah. So let's talk about the national.
You mad? You wanna argue? Whatever that means.
You wanna argue with me? You okay? Sorry. So back to the National Home Buyers Fund. The National Home Buyers Fund. First of all, in order to be eligible, you're very welcome. Thank you. In order to be eligible for any down payment assistance programs, because it's going, particularly this one, when you're reading the actual website, and it's telling you that they're going to give you 5% of the cost of the loan, you have to be pre-approved to know what the 5% is. So when you're reaching out to them and you're talking to them and they say, let me let you talk with the lender, it's because you don't have a lender. So they can't tell you how much funds you may be eligible for if they don't know the amount of the loan. So it's kind of putting the cart before the horse.
Throw the carriage.
Okay, so I hope that clarified some things for some people as well. There are people who are saying, okay, this would be great for closing costs, but how can I give you money for closing costs if I don't know how much your closing costs are going to be? So I said it to say, if you have already been pre-approved and you're having some financial difficulties and you need their assistance, then take that route. But also, if you're already in the home buying process and you have a house under contract and you're about to close in 2 weeks, you may not have enough time for them to process your application to see if you are eligible. Okay. On standard, it can take anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks, especially now with this market, to process a loan application. Meaning for it to be approved after you've gone in and CC deal to deal, state etc. Okay. To process your application, for it to go to underwriting, for you to get the pre-approval, for you to then be approved to go to the closing table. All that takes time. Remember, you still have to get inspection. It's not going to be a overnight process. And then when you're doing for this, he's taking your camera spot. You're so silly. So you do have to, plan these things out. And Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. So don't, and you can't have instant gratification either. So you can't call these people or go ahead and reach out to them or send them an email and say, hey, I'm closing on the 20th. What can you do to help me? Ladies and gentlemen, today is the 17th. I mean, we have to be a little realistic about these things, because here in Florida, some home buyers program, like the bond program, it's going to take about 30 days to process. Oftentimes, hi Pepsi, oftentimes when a person will put in their loan application, I've had to extend the time frame out in an effort to make sure that we have enough time for that person to get that bond money in, because it takes the state a while to process it. Okay? My back hurts like right here. It's like a pinch right here. So,
Right there.
no, over the other side. Yeah. So I hope that helps. Also, let's talk about when I was saying about Bank of America, and this was a TikTok and I did a while ago. Bank of America offers a product that has zero down payment, and they pay the closing costs as well. But your credit has to be great in order to qualify for it. Okay? But it does exist. Well, it will cover the closing costs and the down payment for you. It exists. Hi, Rose. But you're going to have the credit for it. Okay? Also, now we're going to talk about the product that Synovus has, and we're going to compare that. Synovus is a bank. Synovus Bank, I'm sorry. They're a bank, and it does lending as well. Because you guys have seen, we're talking about what score does what, Bank of America. I'm going to suggest that you go to their website, because I don't want to misquote their numbers, and then I don't want to get attacked in the comments for saying the wrong number. So I'm a CYA and say we can visit their information on their website. So, for example, Rose said 680. Rose said it, so Rose wrong. Take it up with Rose. Tosh didn't say it. Now, I do know this. With Synovus Bank, they have a product that's like NACA, where it's a zero down payment, zero closing costs, zero fees, and things of that nature. However, it requires a credit score of 633, and your debt to income ratio cannot be higher than 40%. Okay? Now, with the NACA program, zero down payment, zero closing costs, no fees, interest rate about 1.45%. If it's higher, it's not going to be any higher than 3.5%, and you can buy it down. That's the NACA program. That's the website. It's not based upon credit. However, it is based upon your character. So, and I was talking to someone earlier today, and I had to remind them of this. They were saying that the NACA, they were part of the NACA program a few years ago, and they got frustrated and they gave up. So now they're back, but in the meantime, they worked on their credit, but they're not any further than what they were 5 years ago, because they still have to go back and get approved and this, that, and the other. And so I was saying to them, had you stuck with the program, do you know by now you could have been in your home? Number one. Number two, when I say it's based upon your character, so when the time frame might not be a year. Okay, I'll answer your question in a second. So with the NACA program, it's based upon your character, meaning if they're going to pull your credit report. So if you've been late, let's say in June, you won't get cleared for possibly purchasing until next June, because they want to make sure that you don't have any late payments. They're still looking at the same basic criteria. They're looking at your taxes. They're still looking at your work history and things of that nature. I'm going to take that back. Not work history. Your income, because you can get child support or you can get alimony, and that's income. So they're going to look at your income to see if you qualify. Okay? So that's that. And this is the thing I want you guys to always, 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 always know. Never put all of your eggs in one basket. I don't care if it's the NACA program. I don't care if you say I'm applying for FHA. I don't care if you say I want to go to the USDA. I don't care if you're saying, okay, I'm going to go with the down payment assistance program, which is the National Home Buyers Fund. Or I don't care if you're going to say, okay, I'm going to go with the if you're in Florida, Texas, Georgia, the bond money program. I don't care. You never put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so even though you may have registered with the NACA website, even though you may have gone to the classes and taken the different classes and spoke with the counselor, had your NACA ID assigned to you, you still need to work on your credit. Not only just to get your score up, because what, you're going to have this nice, beautiful home and you can't get no new furniture because your credit is bad, but you need to work on it from the aspect of this. If you have late payments within the last 24 months, that's going to extend your time frame out with NACA. So you still want to work on your credit. You still want to work on having things deleted. You still want to work on having these charge-off removes. You still want to go ahead and get those things because it's going to put you closer to your goal line, right? So if you talk to a counselor, let's say, I don't know, Saturday or whatever, and they pulled your credit and they're like, oh, Mr. Smith, you know, you were late on your car payment back in July of 2020, so you know, you won't be eligible for it until July 2022. Okay, so Mr. Smith, you know what you need to do? You need to either start just working on getting that late payment removed with the creditor, or what you can do is you can get with an organization that can help you get it deleted. Hello, sir, how are you? Okay. So either which way the cookie crumbles, you still need to work on your credit. So what are you saying, Bori? When do I have to go to NACA if I want to buy now? Here's the thing. If you decide you want to buy a house and you say next year, you can start working on it this year. Because Rome wasn't built in a day. It's going to take time for you to get everything together. You know, whether it be money, whether it be your credit. If you're at a 520, you think if you start working in June to get a 640, June of next year is going to happen that soon in order for you to be in a house come July? No. These things take time. So you need to start working on it in advance. If you're going through a regular dispute process, let's just go over the time frame for a regular dispute, right? Let's say you're disputing something that you say, okay, I paid off this debt. Right? So you write a letter. Right? You write a letter to the creditor. Hey, whomever you are. Yeah, go online. You will go online and register for an appointment. Hey, creditor, whoever you are, I dispute this. Hey, vet, I dispute this. Okay, they have 30 to 45 days to respond to you. That's a month. And what if they respond and they say, nope, it's staying? So now you're going to send the second round of letters, right? They had 30 days to respond to you. Now you got 30 days to send it back to them to send your second dispute or your follow-up dispute letter. They have another 30 to 45 days to respond. We had almost 90 days already. These things take time. So the early bird gets the worm. Be the early bird. Get to work. The next question is, okay, so Boris said, can I call and set up an appointment now? No, you can go online and you can register for the webinar. That's what you can do. So the next question is, what are the things to work on with credit? Literally, you have a 520 and you're down to one small credit card of 300. Hold on, guys. And you're welcome, baby, anytime. Okay, so when building your credit, whether you're building it from scratch, whether you're restoring it, when you go to the NACA website, scroll towards the bottom and you can sign up for their webinar. Okay, so are you back? Oh. Y'all know what? I'm gonna act like I don't. I'm gonna act like I don't see him. I am. So when you're working on your credit, whether you're restoring your credit or whether you're coming out of a bankruptcy, or if you're don't have any credit at all, okay. If you have some negative items and you're trying to boost your credit report, it's your credit score. I'm sorry. It's important to not only remove things, but it's important to add new credit as well. I done told y'all about entertaining him. So if I can focus, you can focus. Okay? So it's just as important. So you're saying, okay, you have that card now, right? Um, did Ivory just say what's love got to do with it? I can't ignore both y'all at the same time. Please let's not double team it. Um, so I can't. Work through this, Tasha. Work through it. Work through it. Work through it. Okay, I'm just gonna close my eyes. So what you would need to do is you would need to go ahead and work on having negative items removed in addition to having more positive things added. So you said that you're down to one credit card, okay? There's a link in my bio for Self Lender. If you go to self.com, you'll be registering for a certificate deposit. What you'll be doing is you'll be getting a certificate deposit and you'll be making payments towards it on a monthly basis. Those payments that you make will go into a savings account for you. Once you satisfy whatever the amount is, whether it's $300, $400, $500, once that's satisfied, then you will get the money back. But in the meantime, you will have those payments reflect as positive payments. So that's one thing in which you can do. Another thing that you can do is you can use alternative credit. What alternative credit is like having things like your rent being added to your credit bureau report. Once you get credit for everything that they pay on time, so things like your rent, your car insurance, your utility bills, things of that nature that you're paying on time. Note the key here is on time. So long as you're paying it on time, then you can have it added to your credit bureau report to boost your score. Okay? So those are different options you can do to increase your credit score. It's definitely a balance. Let me say this also. When you are disputing collections and charge-offs, please know that the bank is looking back at the last 24 months. If you have a charge off and it was in 1962 and you decide, oh, I'm going to go ahead and pay it, all it's going to do is say it's paid, right? And if you start disputing things that are charge offs, what you could possibly do if you're not careful is that you can re-age it, meaning starting the clock over again. Okay? I didn't do anything to him. He just missed y'all, and he hasn't been here in a while, so he's just being who he is.
Can't see that part.
He's being who he is. What's an ideal score to have? A perfect score. However, if you're wanting to purchase a home, please keep in mind that what's equally as important to your score is your debt to income ratio. So your I'm sorry, she said that she had paid on her credit cards, that she only had one down to 300 that she was paying on. So it's also important to have a good debt to income ratio. So the higher your score, the lower your interest. The lower your debt to income ratio, the higher your buying power. Okay? So most banks, because of the pandemic, they're looking for your score to be around 620, 640. I have seen people get approved about 615, but those people had exceptionally low debt to income ratios. So it's a balance. So the balance is making sure that your credit score is healthy, but the amount of debt that you have is low. Okay. Also, the other thing about the self-lender program, keep in mind also that what's a major part of your credit score is a healthy mixture. I have a TikTok on where I showed the pie chart that tells you how much percentage is what. And the more you pay things on time, the higher your score will be. So when I say that, I mean things like auto pay. Auto pay is your best friend. Okay? It's your absolute best friend. If it's on auto pay, it's done. If you can set it up for your employer to have it deducted from your paycheck, child, that money gone and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. Right? Next thing, y'all miss him. Y'all can have him. So Felicia says, I have 6 medical bills in collections. I have 4 credit cards open, only 13%, but it's still low. Okay, so those medical collections, Felicia, what I would suggest is that there's a link in my bio. There's 2 links. One link is for my Facebook group. I do have, I believe, 1 or 2 medical collections letters that you can use, either 1 or 2. The second option is you can go to the credit repair option and you can sign up with the organization. They can help you get those removed. But I believe, I want to say I have at least the primary letter and the follow-up letter for HIPAA disputes. Because when you're talking about medical bills, now, here's a disclaimer. Not every medical bill falls under HIPAA, which is the Health Information Portability Act. Okay? Certain medical bills do. Ones that's disclosing your personal information. Every medical bill won't fall under this criteria. You went to Johns Hopkins. That's a hospital. Right? It's not saying that you went to Johns Hopkins, had lab work, had an ultrasound, da-da-da-da-da. So there are particular things that will fall under HIPAA, the Health Information Portability Act. Hey, wait, Tasha, I want to welcome Pauline Cecilia. She's new here. Welcome. For anyone who's new, hi, I'm Tasha, your real estate coach here in Tallahassee, Florida. Hello, Darlene. Hello. And for those who do not know, this is for everyone who's new, who decided to grace me with your presence. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome to the family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello. Feel free to ask any questions that you may have. Your new user 6567940.
That doesn't say holla.
Huh?
Did you say holla?
Oh, I said holla. I'm sorry. That's
holla.
Ola. Sorry. I do not speak. He speaks Spanish. Look, don't judge me. How about disputing student loans from a school that was shut down for, I think, being fraudulent? First of all, find out exactly why it was shut down. If it was shut down for being fraudulent, then go ahead and send that information to the credit bureaus to have it removed. Hi, Logan. Is it Nazum Tam?
Who?
Nosa Tam? No, but okay, y'all are really creative with your name. User 6851666468887. Welcome.
Play them numbers.
Go to Lotto. And Ivory says, if you pay a penny a month on any medical bill, it's a payment. Ivory, go sit in the corner. I mean, he's right, but go sit in the corner. You're good? Okay. So, also, I have 7 minutes? 7 minutes?
No, 7. 7 minutos.
No, Sam. Sometimes it's all my kids' name combined. Oh, okay. Thank you, because I was feeling real special over here. Thank you. So, any other questions? You went to look at a condo today. All right. I'm not bilingual. Darlene, you want to look at a condo? 2 months ago. If your score dropped after you paid off, okay, this is what happened. Someone else said just today they had paid off something. I can't remember what they paid off, and they said that their score dropped. Please know that your score will rebound. It will rebound. So, Darlene, you out here feeling Sex and what they call the show was Sex in the City? What you out here got? You out here in these streets?
Do not say that.
Don't say that.
Do not say that.
I can't even.
Do not say that.
I know how to say it, but I'm not saying. You trying to get me in trouble with the boring?
Ay, coño.
Cut it.
Who's going? Where's the townhouse thing?
Darlene? Hold on. Darlene likes Londa more than she likes me.
Oh, but she said she went and looked at a townhouse.
Yes, she did. But it's gonna rebound.
We're moving on now. To the side.
What?
Fish don't fry in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Beans don't burn on the grill.
Yes, ma'am.
Took a whole lot of trying.
Yep.
Just to get up that hill.
Done.
Now we're up in the big
Say it
leagues.
again.
Getting our turn at bat.
All right.
As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. We're moving on up.
So, if you are new here, let me tell you a little something about us. My husband and I, we are very special and hooked on phonics. But okay, somebody else said something in Spanish. Su esposo espolia muy bien. Oh, here's I got Spanish. Haha, I knew that. Yep, you and me, baby. It's going 739 cents after child support paid. I'm telling you, it's gonna rebound. It's gonna rebound. Be patient, baby. I promise you, it's gonna rebound. It's gonna rebound. It's gonna rebound. That's my reply. It's gonna rebound. When you pay off something major like that, like even after someone's sold their house and satisfied their mortgage, their score takes a dip, but then it rebounds. So let me tell you, okay, a little something about us. We are very much so glass half full kind of people over here. And we are very much so, we want to celebrate people's accomplishments. Okay, so Darlene said that she was looking at places, right? So which means that she has moved along in her home buying process, because before we couldn't decide on if we wanted a single family home or if we wanted a condo. So now she's made a decision. But before her making a decision, that means that Darlene had to get pre-approved, right? Right. So we celebrate everybody's wins here. Recently, we had one of our family members. How long does it take? I don't have a specific time frame. It really depends on, you got to get time for things to update. Usually takes about 30 days for things to update. So, please thank your husband for his service. Thank you for your
You're
service.
welcome. What are you looking for? You was looking. I don't have one.
No, I was telling you thank you for that person.
You're welcome.
Damn crackhead. Anyway, Anyway, so you have to give things an opportunity to update, right? So I can't give you a specific time frame because credit is kind of like looking in the crystal ball on some things, right? Sometimes you get a clear answer, sometimes things are a little cloudy. But so back to us here. So if in the event that you have any milestones, share it with us and we as a family will celebrate it. If in the event that your credit score, if you've been working on your credit and your credit score went up 5 points, 2 points, 3 points, 5 points, we will celebrate you. Okay? Because we want everybody to be great. So you're selling your house in Alvin, Texas, built in 2017, 200 square feet, bedroom, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So you're telling me this so I can come over there and be your realtor? You offering me a gig? Because if you offer me a gig, I'm on the way. You offer me a gig?
You ain't on the way.
I'll be in Dallas.
Things hard out there.
I can skip over the...
You don't even know what that is.
You went under contract a few days ago for my new home. Oh! So you want me to come? That would be nice. So we're doing... Can I get the pause for a sec? So for those who might have missed it, we're doing a double celebration right now. First of all, we're going to say cool beans to Hosea. So, I'm jacking up your name, but the fact that you've made a major decision and made your money move to sell your home. What? And we're also celebrating Rose because Rose went under contract for her home.
You're pretty loud.
I'm excited. Sorry.
Okay.
So that was for Jose, and this is for Rose. Rose under contract. Jose selling their house.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Forever moving on to the side. To a deal.
You're welcome. Hey, poo poo. How are you, poo poo poo? So that's what we do around here. We celebrate each other because I'm gonna tell y'all from experience. It's hard work. It's hard work, and making a decision. The hard, not saying getting your credit together is hard. Saying saving money is hard. Saying finding a home is hard. But let me tell you what's the hardest part. The hardest part was making that decision that you want to change and that you were going to implement different strategies in your life to accomplish the change. That was the hardest part. That's the part that we really celebrate. Okay? So, so that's the hardest part. That's the part where a lot of people are like, I want this, but I don't think I can do it. They look at all the obstacles and they and a lot of tears, yes. They look at all the obstacles and they get discouraged. They keep seeing everybody else around them getting different things or purchasing their home, and they're wondering when it's their turn, when it's their time. They're wondering when it can't happen for them. So that's why we celebrate victories, right? So if you had a victory this week, whether it was having your house, going under contract, selling your house, I don't care if your victory was just making it through the workday without slapping the dog crap out somebody. If that was your victory, then we will celebrate your victory because we want everyone to be great. This is why I do what I do. So I'm going to drop one little gem, and I will. How do you join which webinar? The NACA webinar? You can go to the website. The link is in my bio. So, with that being said, I'm going to bid you adieu. If you have any questions, feel free to hit the link in my bio. We can schedule an appointment. First of all, I have 130K plus followers. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you're not following me on YouTube and Instagram, get with it. Get with it. Okay? Get with it. Because I can't wait to go live on YouTube. I can't wait. It will be a different atmosphere where you guys can participate more because I get tired of talking just myself. Did you make the face for the sound effect, fool? Y'all pray for me.
You finished?
Yeah, you got something you want to
Good.
say?
Okay. I'm usually the fool. I usually come with comedy, laughs, that type thing. But tonight, wow.
That's what you do me?
Yeah.
That's what you do me?
Yeah.
That's what you do me?
Anyway.
Oh.
Tonight, I would like to acknowledge the success and the progress of my wife.
What?
The success and progress that
Wait,
she...
you're renewing vows. I'm coming this time. Oh. Good night, babes.
Good night.
Talking to tech support.
Crumb Snatcher.
The crumb snatcher. Right.
The success and the accomplishments that she has made on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, and in the community. Because what I didn't tell you is I ran across a classmate today. And she was like, "Well, Terrence, I didn't know you were married, and I know your wife." I said, "What?" "Oh, I follow on Instagram." So I was like, "Okay, that's cool." But with that being said, in this household, we know that there's a reason why things are progressing the way they are. We know that there is a reason why, even throughout the storms, there's always sunshine on the other side. So tonight's song is the definition of why she is blessed the way she is, which makes me blessed to be married to her. So tonight, this song is for my wife.
Thank you, husband. Um, Again, as always, everything that I do in honor of the Lord. I pray that the things that I do, it shows the extension of His hand, and that yeah, I'm trying not to cry because He got me. Um, I pray that everything that I do, as far as teaching and telling you guys and trying to make you all aware of different opportunity and give you hope, is me allowing myself to be used as an extension of His hand, and to be used in somebody's life to make a difference and make a change. That's why I do what I do. I don't do anything that I do for me. I don't do anything that I do for any kind of notoriety or anything. I give all praises and honors to God, who is the head of my life, and I would be nothing without Him. So I thank Him, and I pray for you guys each and every day. I truly, truly do. I don't lay my head to my pillow without praying for each and every one of you to have your heart's desire. And I don't lift my head from the pillow in the morning without giving thanks, one, and praying that you guys have your heart's desire. So do know that whether I'm tired, not feeling well, or whatever, I try to drag myself to give you the information that you need to help you get to your next step. Oftentimes I am tired a lot. Like right now, I'm freaking exhausted, and I was up to about 3 o'clock in the morning last night. Back up early, and I usually don't go to sleep honestly till about 3:30 in the morning, because I'm usually doing research so I can provide you with the information that you need to get to where you need to be. It's very important to me that I help. Right? It's really, really important that I help. And for me, a lady said today, I actually checked out early today, and I had came home, take my shower. I was in the bed by 5 o'clock, y'all, and that's why my makeup ain't, because I didn't take out the time to put it back on. But she was like, she alluded that I was doing financially well because of her seeing me on different mediums, and I was like, ma'am, I don't get paid for this. Right? The minimal amount that I do ask for is generally used to help someone else. It isn't used to help us in this household. It's usually generally used to help someone else, to be quite honest. So I am grateful that you guys allow me to be a part of your lives, to be a part of your journey. I'm grateful. You say you be going to work at 3:30. Be safe out there when you go to work at 3:30. But I thank you. I thank you. You guys can spend your time with anyone else. I'm grateful that you spend it with me. Do I have classes for people to get a real estate license? No. But I'm gonna tell you the easiest way to get a real estate license and the cheapest way is to go to Groupon. Okay. You try contacting me because you were at a family gathering, but you never contacted me back. I'm sorry, Jenny. I am one person trying to do the best that I can. I was at a family gathering. Yeah, lately I've been at a lot of family gatherings. We're getting ready for my nephew to go off to college on Friday. So I'll be out of pocket this weekend, making sure I'll be able to get this off straight. But Jenny reached back out to me. I wholeheartedly apologize. But again, I'm one person. There's 130K of y'all. Plus I still have my clients here in Tallahassee. And it's not an excuse. It's not. But I'm trying. So I'm trying. That's all I got. But
enjoy the music as we leave.
I'm out. I'm going to take this makeup back off. Look at this so bad. Good night, y'all. See you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. And I am not awesome. I am nothing without you. Know that. I am nothing without you. Because I didn't have y'all to talk to, I'd be sitting here talking to myself. I'm talking to him. You're welcome, my baby. Y'all know how to reach me. Good night. Oh, I appreciate y'all more. And you guys have a blessed evening. You scared me when we turn the light back on. You saw my face. I was like, wait, what? You stupid fool. Good night, everybody. You're so silly.